Hello, everybody. Today is 31st January 2019. I am your host, Jihoon, with today's episode of Idol Stand Nation's Quick Hits. So, it's already been a few days since Oh My Girl had her concert here in the US, and I've had the post concert blues for the past few days. I used to think that people joked around about that, but I'm finding out that it's a real thing. Ever since I came home from the concert, I've been looking up some of their previous performances, such as Rainy Day or Remember Me, and I've even been looking at some of their fan cams. And one of the things that became really apparent to me when watching the fan cams compared to the previous televised performances, they're really into it. Their movements are so much more sharper, powerful, and they're so much more expressive on stage as well. And it really made it feel like they had a lot of fun performing in their US tour. And for me, that makes it that much more special, knowing that we were there together, having a great time. And now I'm looking forward to the next concert, which for me is probably going to be in Japan. I see them doing a promotion in Korea for a bit, and then turning around and do a promotion in Japan as well. And hopefully around that time I'll be back in Japan. So enough about the Oh My Girl concert because I could definitely talk about that for hours. Still, I'll move on to the albums I just bought from Choice Music LA. And once again, they're not a sponsor of ours, but I really do like their store, both their physical store as well as their online store. And one of the concert goers, she had informed me that there's another music store about a 10-minute walk away from Choice Music LA, and that they have a great selection of goods on stock as well. And that shop is called Music Plaza. So if you're ever in the LA area and you're going to go to Koreatown, check out both Music Plaza as well as Choice Music LA. And so I gotta say, I've had some really great buying instincts. Now, I've had great luck buying albums lately. All last year, none of the albums I bought were a letdown. And this last batch of albums I bought has also been a great success. So I took photos for the unboxing and I posted them all up on my Instagram. You can find them on Idol Stand Nation Jihoon. Or you can search for hashtag Idol Stand Nation. So the first two albums I bought were from FX, Red Light and Four Walls. And with FX, for the past few years, they've actually fallen off my radar. It wasn't until one of the other hosts, Bang, had reintroduced me to FX that I got to think like, oh man, how could I forget about them? And really, with these two albums I bought from them, I want to say that they're probably my favorite amongst this entire stack. If you've never heard of FX before, I would describe their sound as very electronic, highly synthesized, and it would sound very much at home in a dance club. The next album that I was looking forward to buying was from Bobalgan Sachungi, also known as Bowl 4. I had already purchased Red Diary Page 2 for the song Yo Heng, which means travel, and I discovered that I really love their sound. Jihoon's voice is very soothing, very pleasant, and just the overall feel of the album was fantastic. So after buying that album, I made it a point that I was going to buy Red Diary Page 1. And like the album that came after it, this one does not disappoint. And with Jihoon's vocals, I think she'll do a great collab with IU. So if you've never heard of Bowl 4 before, they're more of an instrumental type of two-piece band rather than like an idol group. And their sound I could describe as uplifting, motivational. As far as the actual genres they belong to, I would say it's a mixture of indie rock with R&B, folk rock, and even some pop elements fused in. And they are able to mix all of these sounds together very well. Once again, they're highly recommended. And so up next we have Taeyang with his third album, White Knight. And in case you didn't know, Taeyang, he's a member of the group Big Bang. Very distinctive from Big Bang's sound, Taeyang's solo albums fall in the R&B category. And White Knight is no exception. With this album, his vocals and his delivery is really on point, as usual. And so if you're a fan of R&B, I would consider this album to be an essential purchase. Up next we have Cherry Bullet with their debut mini album, titled Let's Play Cherry Bullet. The mini album has all three songs from their debut showcase, Q&A, Violet, and Stick Out. And really, Cherry Bullet, they've had such a strong debut. And I think it was within 1 or 2 days that they'd already reached like 2.1 million views. As of right now, it's at 3.1 million views. And other established groups, they had a music video that was released a full year ago, and yet they were still at only 1.7 million views. And I know prior to their debut, there was already so many people looking forward to them, myself included. like Haeyoon, she had done so well in Produce 48, and it's great to see that this group is using her powerful voice very well. So next we have Yojo Chingu, also known as Gfriend, and this is their second album, Time for Us. And I just want to highlight that this is a full album, not a mini album. It's got 13 tracks on it. And if you've never heard of Gfriend before, their sound is best described as dramatic, powerful, romantic, and they feature very heavily on the instrumentals with less on the synthetic effects. And next we have Chungha with Offset. If her name does not sound familiar to you, maybe you've heard of the group IOI, which is a group that was formed from the winners of the first season of Produce 101. That group has since disbanded, and all the former members are either solo acts or part of new groups such as Gugudan, Wekimeki, Woojung Sonyu, also known as WJSN or Cosmic Girls, as well as Kristen. Chungha's sound is best described as pop, infused with R&B and electro swing. Down below in the description of this video, I have a list of all the promoted songs for each album, as well as the associated music videos. On top of that, I've created 2 separate playlists that includes a song from each artist. One's a faster type of playlist that I like to call Move It. It's a song that kind of keeps you moving, and you just don't want to stop. The other playlist is more of a mellow down type playlist. It's more like, when you're in the evening and you're just trying to wind down from work or school or whatever it is you're doing, and you just want to get to relaxing. The playlist starts at a faster tempo and moves its way down to a much slower tempo, and that's why it ends with Taeyang. Once again, the photos for all these albums will be up on my Instagram, @StanNation Jihoon, or hashtag #StanNation. Hopefully you discover somebody new, and maybe you'll find yourself getting lost in a bunch of those YouTube videos for said artists. And really, that's the whole point of this channel, is to help you discover some new artists that you've never heard of before. And check us out this weekend. The other host and I will be talking about some news in the idol world, and hopefully we'll get you excited about some new groups that you've never heard of before, and sharing the excitement with us. And that'll be a wrap for today's episode. This is Jihoon with today's episode of @StanNation's Quick Hits. Signing off. Peace.
이거 봐요. 저를 하여간 날 너무 좋아해.